what's up guys? Welcome to my channel. This is Maximize. Welcome. So today, my beautiful babies, I just have to repot some cuttings that I've been putting off. I don't know why. I've been in this habit of not repotting my cuttings. Today, I just need to do it because it's time. They just look like, you know, the roots are just too long now. So yeah, let's start repotting. So you guys, I've actually taught Wesley how to sit for these treats. Like, these are his favorite. You know what to do. Sit. Look at him. He sat. Good boy. Usually he's like full on screaming, so I have to teach him to be quiet before I give it to him, but he's all sleepy right now, so. Back to plants. All right, business time. So I just have these Monstera cuttings. Like, look at all those roots, guys. You know what I'm saying? They're just going bananas, so it's time to just pot them up. And then I also have my Wandering Jew cuttings, and look at those roots. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put my Wandering Jew cuttings in this plant, and then I'm gonna put my Monstera cuttings in this little pot, in this like insert. Oh, and then of course I have my rock mug, so yeah, go me. Okay, so I'm just gonna start repotting and all that, and just talk about life, you know? Oh my God. So last night, you guys, so there are wildfires where I live, and those are toning down a bit lately. But then last night at around midnight, there was an earthquake. Can you believe that? The world is funny, you know? So I was like partially asleep when the earthquake struck, and I woke up to the whole room just rattling very violently for quite a while. And I immediately start screaming for my boyfriend because, you know, I just immediately assume we're gonna die because you just never know when the earthquake will stop. You don't know if there's gonna be another one immediately following that one, because that's how they work, you know? That tends to happen. And we've been having like a lot of earthquakes lately over the past year or so, year and a half. So, you know, the stress of the big one coming is real in my community. They keep saying like, oh, we're overdue for a big one. And I'm like, okay, but like when? And you know, the bigger earthquake last night, it was only like a 4.6. And I'm like, okay, that felt like a 40 out of 10, you know? It was intense. So I can't imagine like a real, you know, big one and being at the epicenter. I mean, I would just absolutely not handle it very well. Cause it woke me up, you know? I wasn't like ready to go. If the big one hit, I would probably just panic and not survive. I mean, I know Wesley would, cause he's so small and would run away and not try and save me. Cause you know, that's cats. They don't care about you. They are just hiding. They're like, bye, good luck. See you later, maybe. Hopefully you feed me tomorrow. Okay, so I repotted my Wandering Jew plant. Okay. So I just put a little extra soil in there because I noticed that it was a little tight and there's like a lot of room. There was like this much room for extra soil. So I just added a little bit more on top, and now she's looking even more lush. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna put this away. Okay, so now I have my Monstera cuttings, okay? And I just spilled water absolutely everywhere. So this one I'm gonna have to completely fill with soil. So I'm gonna get some rocks and maybe put them at the bottom. No, I won't. Not today, I just don't feel like it. So I'm going to open up my cactus mix because Monstera really like well-draining soil. They don't like to sit in water. And they perform a lot better in well-draining soil. So they just kind of suffocate if you put them in like pure potting soil. It's just like a little too dense for them. So I'm gonna put them in total cactus mix. So try not to get dirt everywhere. So you know what's funny? There's the earthquake and stuff, but my boyfriend recently, he was on his way home from work and he has to get in an elevator and stuff to go to his car. I have never heard of this happening to anyone in my entire life. So if it has happened to you, please comment and give your story in depth, please. But he dropped his keys, his house key, his car keys. He dropped it all down the elevator shaft. Like, it just tumbled down into the dark abyss, and he didn't even hear it hit the bottom, guys. Like, that's how deep this elevator shaft goes. It didn't even hear it. So he had to drive to where I was at my friend's house and get my house key because he lost his, and they were gonna charge him like $3 grand to go get it in that moment. And he was like, I'll just make copies, thank you. I just thought that was so wild. Like, who drops their keys, every key they own, down the elevator shaft? But luckily there was like a cool security guard there who hooked him up and just got it for him. But it's like, you're gonna charge a man who accidentally dropped his keys down an elevator shaft and you're gonna charge him $3,000? Like, what? Like, that's a crime. I don't know. If you've ever dropped anything down an elevator shaft, please tell me your story. So I just put my cuttings in, guys, and I'm just filling it in with dirt. It looks really bad. It looks really bad. But I'm trying to keep them really clumped together so it looks really full. So I'm tapping down the soil, and then I'm gonna put my top rocks on the surface because that's really good at retaining moisture and keeping pests away. Also, guys, fun fact, I don't know why. I think because there's like a slight crack in my door, but I have been like the lord of the flies lately. Like, I've had the worst luck, like wildfires, earthquakes, and there have been like, I've had to kill like 5 flies a day lately. Like, they just get into my house somehow, and they were doing construction recently on my building, so I think it like woke up the flies or something, and they just sneak into my house every time we open the door. And I think there's like a crevice in the door frame, so now I have to jam plastic under the door. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to like seal it off, and the plastic's just like kind of sticking out, and I'm just like, whatever. It's keeping the flies out. So now I have to go and get like weatherproofing seal and like put it around my door to make sure bugs can't get in. There have been crickets crawling into my house under the door. And I don't handle that well. So I'm like Lord of the Flies, I'm queen of earthquakes and wildfires and dropping keys down elevator shafts. Well, my boyfriend is. So we're a power couple. So this is my little Monstera baby. That's all of them in there. So I have to keep this super well watered to maintain those roots and make sure they're getting adequate moisture because they're used to full-time water. So now they're full-time dirt, and you really have to maintain that moisture for a while to make sure that they survive and overcome. So I'm just gonna put some top rocks on there. That's it, guys. I have successfully repotted my little baby plant. This one has now joined the brethren of the Wandering Jew. So now I'm gonna place them and show you where I'm gonna put them. All right, so now I have them in my kitchen. This is like the final look. And then I'm just gonna water them real quick. I mixed hydrogen peroxide, like 1/5 of hydrogen peroxide with water. So I'm just gonna like pour that in. And the hydrogen peroxide just gives that extra like oxygen molecule, which is really good for cuttings that just transferred from water into soil. All right, so I've repotted everything and I've updated you guys on my weird life and luck lately. I don't know what's going on, guys. Please help me. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this was mildly entertaining. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please like, please comment, and let me know what you want to see. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.